Everyone thinks Nepal is just Mount Everest. You probably picture snow. You picture cold weather. You picture peaceful monks meditating. That is a huge mistake. The truth hits you the exact second you step out of the airport. It is loud. It is wild. The air is thick with dust and honking horns. You will feel totally lost. Most tourists arrive completely unprepared. They break silent cultural rules. They fall for clever traps. They ruin their dream trip before it even starts. What surprised me the most was not the giant mountains. It was how easily you can make a total fool of yourself. Watch this video until the very end. If you do not, you will definitely lose money. You might even end up very sick. Here's everything you absolutely must know before you visit Nepal. Quick country overview. Before we get into the heavy warnings, let us look at the basics. Nepal sits right between India and China. It is home to roughly 30 million people. The local money is the Nepalese rupee. You will hear the Nepali language spoken everywhere. The overall vibe here is a crazy mix. Sometimes it is incredibly cheap and peaceful. Other times it is pure, absolute chaos. It is a place that will test your patience every single day, but it will also steal your heart. However, basic facts will not save you out there on the streets. The culture here runs very deep, and this is exactly where things usually go wrong for foreigners. Biggest tourist mistakes. The first huge mistake is how people plan their mountain treks. Do not think you can just walk up a mountain alone. Many tourists try to trek completely solo to save some cash. This is now highly illegal in many regions. You must hire a registered guide for most national parks. If you try to sneak past the checkpoints alone, you will face huge fines. Another massive mistake is ignoring altitude sickness. People rush up the mountain trails to get good photos. They do not rest. This is a fatal error. Your body needs time to adjust to the thin air. The headaches start first. Then you feel very sick. If you do not listen to your body, you will end up in an emergency helicopter. That ride will cost you thousands of dollars. Cost and money reality. Let us talk about your wallet. Nepal is known as a cheap place. That is true, but hidden costs are everywhere. If you are on a strict budget, you can survive on $30 a day. That covers cheap guest houses and local food. For a middle-range trip, plan for $70 a day. This gets you a nice, clean room and private taxis. Luxury trips easily push past $150 daily. Food is very cheap if you eat local dishes. A giant plate of rice and lentils costs maybe $2, but transport will drain your cash fast if you do not pay attention. Taxis will try to charge you triple the normal price. You must haggle hard every single time. Also, keep this very important fact in mind. Cash is absolute king here. Cards are mostly useless outside the big cities. Even in Kathmandu, many small shops will laugh if you pull out a credit card. ATMs have very low limits. They also charge high fees. Here is my best money-saving tip. Bring crisp, clean foreign currency like dollars or euros. Exchange them at official shops in the city. The exchange rates are much better than at the airport. Culture shocks. Prepare yourself for a massive culture shock. Personal space simply does not exist here. People will stand very close to you in lines. They might stare at you for a long time. They are not being rude. Staring is just common curiosity here. The biggest shock for many is the toilet situation. Be ready for squat toilets. You will find them everywhere outside of fancy hotels. And there is almost never any toilet paper. You must carry your own paper and hand sanitizer everywhere you go. Also, the concept of time is completely different. Locals call it Nepali time. If someone says they will meet you at noon, they might show up at 1. Do not get angry. Life just moves at a much slower pace here. It feels very weird at first, but soon you will learn to just go with the flow. Food you must try and avoid. Food in Nepal is pure comfort. You must try momos. These are steamed dumplings filled with meat or vegetables. You will find them on almost every street corner. They are spicy, juicy, and perfect. Next is dal bhat. This is the official national dish. It is a huge tray of rice, lentil soup, and curries. Locals eat it twice a day. They have a famous saying here, dal bhat power, 24-hour. It gives you massive energy for hiking. You should also try yomari. It is a sweet steamed treat shaped like a teardrop. But listen to this warning carefully. You must be very careful with street food. Never eat food that has been sitting out in the open. Flies carry bad germs. Only eat things that are cooked super hot right in front of you. The tap water is completely unsafe. Do not even use it to brush your teeth. Buy filtered water or bring a purifying bottle. If you ignore this, you will spend your entire trip sick in the bathroom. Also, never use your left hand to eat. The left hand is considered dirty in their culture. Always use your right hand to eat and pass food. Safety and scams. Nepal is actually one of the safest countries in the world for travelers. Violent crime against tourists is extremely rare, but clever scams are everywhere. The most famous one is the milk scam. You will be walking in the city. A poor-looking mother will approach you holding a baby. She will not ask for money. She will ask you to buy expensive milk powder from a nearby shop. It breaks your heart, so you buy it for her. The second you leave, she takes the milk back to the shop. The shop owner gives her cash, and they split your money. It is a total trick. Another trap happens at the holy temples. Men painted in bright colors are called sadhus. They will pose for your camera. The second you take a picture, they will aggressively demand money. Always ask first and agree on a small tip before you snap a photo. Just keep your eyes open. Avoid walking alone deep inside dark alleys at night. Keep your bag zipped tight in crowded markets to stop pickpockets. What to pack? Packing for Nepal is super tricky. Most tourists bring huge winter coats. They think it is freezing all year round. That is a mistake. Kathmandu gets very hot in the summer. You need layers. Bring light shirts for the day. Bring a warm fleece for the night. You absolutely must bring modest clothes. You cannot enter temples wearing short shorts or tight tank tops. Cover your shoulders and your knees. This shows basic respect. One thing everyone forgets is a good dust mask. The pollution and dust in Kathmandu will wreck your throat. A simple mask saves you from the famous Kathmandu cough. Do not forget wet wipes and a heavy-duty power bank. Power outages happen a lot. You do not want your phone dying when you need a map. Basic language survival. Speaking just 3 words of Nepali will change your entire trip. Locals will treat you like a friend immediately. The first word is namaste. You use this to say hello and goodbye. Put your hands together like a prayer when you say it. The second word is dhanyabad. This means thank you. Use it every time someone helps you. The third phrase is ramrocha. It means it is good or beautiful. Say this when you eat a good meal. The locals will smile so big when they hear it. If you are in real trouble, yell gohar. That means help. People here are incredibly kind. If you try their language, they will go out of their way to protect you. Transport guide. Getting around is a wild adventure. When you land at the airport, do not take the random taxis waiting outside. They will rip you off. Pre-book a hotel transfer or use a local ride app. You need to download the app called Patao. It is like Uber for Nepal. You can order bikes or cars right from your phone. The prices are fixed and fair. Do not try to rent a car and drive yourself. The traffic rules do not make sense to outsiders. The mountain roads are terrifying and deadly. For long trips between cities, always book a VIP tourist bus. Do not take the cheap local microbuses. They drive dangerously fast on steep cliff edges. Paying $10 extra for a big tourist bus could literally save your life. Best places the smart way. Now let us talk about where to actually go. Everyone goes straight to Tamel in Kathmandu. It is famous, but honestly, it is an overcrowded tourist trap. Go there to buy trekking gear, then get out. Instead, go to the city of Bhaktapur. It is a short drive away. It is an ancient kingdom filled with stunning old temples. There are no cars allowed inside the main squares. It is totally worth your time. For first-time visitors, Pokhara is the absolute best choice. It is a calm city next to a massive, beautiful lake. It is clean, safe, and surrounded by snowy peaks. If you want a real hidden gem, go to Bandipur. It is a tiny village on a high ridge. It feels like stepping back in time 100 years. You will not find massive tourist crowds there. Best time to visit. Timing your trip is everything. The absolute worst time to visit is from June to August. This is the heavy monsoon season. It rains heavily every single day. Disgusting leeches cover the hiking trails. Mudslides block the main roads. Do not go then. The very best time is October and November. The autumn skies are crystal clear. You get perfect views of the big mountains. But be warned, this is when the tourist crowds are huge. Everything is much more expensive. If you want a cheaper trip with good weather, try March or April. The spring brings beautiful blooming flowers. The trails are much quieter. You save money and still get a gorgeous trip. Unexpected rules and laws. There are some strict, invisible rules here. Tourists break them all the time. First, never point the bottom of your feet at a person. Never point them at a religious statue. Feet are considered the lowest and dirtiest part of the body. Second, when you visit a Buddhist stupa, you must always walk around it in a clockwise direction. Do not walk backwards. It is highly disrespectful. Another huge shock is public affection. Kissing and hugging your partner in public is heavily frowned upon. Keep your hands to yourself in the streets. You did not expect these rules, but breaking them makes locals very upset. Final advice: here is my final warning before you book your ticket. Number 1. Get comprehensive travel insurance. Make sure it covers high-altitude helicopter rescue. Do not skip this step. Number 2. Bring heavy-duty probiotics for your stomach. You will definitely need them. Number 3. Drop your expectations of a perfect, highly organized vacation. Nepal is for people who want raw, beautiful adventure. It is not for people who need everything to be perfectly clean and on time. If you easily get stressed by noise, dust, and delays, this country will break you. But if you keep an open mind, it will be the greatest trip of your entire life. So, I have to ask you, after hearing all of these warnings, are you still brave enough to visit Nepal? Let me know in the comments below.